Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, the Swordmaster's path that gives you one of the most anticipated Void Legendary champions in Raid Shadow Legends. Leonardo is in full swing, and I have a guide video on this channel about what to do, how to use your resources to get Leo if you have been saving your resources for him. But what if you haven't? What if you have nothing and you really want to get Leo? How should you spend your money to get Leo? That is what I'm going to answer in this video. First, thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video and for giving me this wonderful promo link down below in the description there in the QR code. New account with Deacon Armstrong, Uugo, Tagoar and Mausoleum Mage, the best possible start to raid. And if you want to continue that start to raid with buying Leo, then here are the instructions, although this is not exactly going to be cheap. So I went through all of the offers currently in my shop on my various accounts and tried to figure out, okay, which of these offers are good. And this is basically a table of that. So it has the offer, then what is its price. These are in euros. I'm from Europe, so the dollar price is a little bit lower. Then how many points we'll get from that offer overall, including potentially farming some dungeons if it has energy or gems in it. Then points per euro, and then those content of the pack. So the packs can be a little bit different. Some people get offered a little bit different packs. For example, these Swordmaster Path bundles, they can be different, but they actually end up with the same point amount in the end. Ultramix pack, monthly pack, those are always the same, but some of the Conqueror's packs and energy boosters, for example, they can be a little bit different depending on your spending history. There's some dynamic things in play here. But these were the offers that were available to me and how good they were. And let's start to build up Leo from these. To get Leo from the Swordmaster path, we need 112,500 coins. I'm only focusing on Leo here, not Leo and the Soul. That gets pretty expensive because you won't be able to use the cheapest packs anymore for all the coins you need for the Soul, and Soul can always be acquired later. But Leo the champion. So first things first, the Swordmaster's path bundles. And you want to buy all of these. They give you 55,700 coins. Actually, if you have the low spender version, the low spender versions end up with 55,750 coins if you buy all of them. But that's not a huge difference anyway. The value is roughly the same. After those direct points, you want to get the Ultramix pack and the monthly pack. These are the next best things for points. These together are going to give you around 31,022 points if you spend this energy on stage 20 of, well, Dragon, Fire Knight, Spider. Choose whatever you want. So you want to spend those gems for energy, you want to spend the energy and the energy refills, of course, and farm some dungeons for those. You can also do this without farming any dungeons with just shards, but that's going to be a little bit more expensive. I will talk about that more a little bit later. But these are quite clearly the second best packs. And out of the packs currently in my shop, the next one would be Conqueror's pack. And Conqueror's pack purchase limit is 5. Depending on the account, I have very low spending accounts, then a little bit more mid spending accounts. So I'm being offered 4 of those primal shards per pack or 6 of them per pack. So here the low spending account cannot get as many points from this as the bigger pack can. But if you buy 2 of the bigger ones or 3 of the smaller ones, then you will almost be there. You will need only around 4,200 points more. And those points can be gained from various smaller packs. The Almighty Shard standard version is the best of the Almighty Shard packs currently in the store. So buying that, maybe a primal single on top of that, and that's already your points right there, for example. Which brings us to the total cost of Leo if you start from scratch. Swordmaster's Path bundles, 2 times 17.99, 2 times 29.99, or 5 times the smaller ones, but they end up in the same sum. Ultramix pack 35.99, monthly pack 35.99, couple of premium Conqueror's packs if you have the 35.99 version, or 3 if you have the 23.99 version. You will end up with the same amount of points from both of those options. Then the Almighty Shard standard pack for 11.99, and a primal single for 5.99. for a total of 257 euros and 90 cents. And that includes some dungeon farming with the energy and gems that you get, but you also get multi-battles, so that is pretty easy. But if you don't want to farm those dungeons, or if you're really a brand new account and you absolutely cannot farm any dungeons, then unfortunately you won't be able to make as much use of the Ultramix pack and the monthly pack, because you won't be able to make use of that energy, which means that you need more premium Conqueror's packs. And then if you wanted to do it only with shards, the best way would be to have all 5 of the 35.99 version of the Premium Conquerors pack. But if you don't get that, if that's not offered to you, if you're offered the smaller one, then you're not going to be able to get enough shards from those. So then you will have to get some of the weaker offers as well. Overall, if you have the better Conquerors pack offered and you want to do it only with shards, not dungeons, then it costs 35.99 more than the total price shown here originally. But around 250-300 euros. It's less if you're in the US. For some reason the dollar prices are lower in Plarium shop, even though dollar is weaker than the euro quite significantly. But hey, different markets, different prices. So that would be the total cost of Leo if you had to start from scratch. And even if you don't have to start from scratch, it is good to know that the value of these various bundles when it comes to getting Leo differs wildly. That bundle, the premium version, 600 points per euro, whereas something like Elite Sacred Premium version gives you only 200 points per euro. So the Path bundle is 3 times as valuable. So yeah, the differences are pretty big. As usual in Raid, the bundle offers vary in quality a lot, but if you check them out carefully, see what are the good ones, then even buying Leo outright is possible. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.